What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Ham Radio Crash Course. Welcome to Saturday. Today we are testing a thing that I have always said. It said something along the lines of, if you're running Whisper and you get something that's like 10 over S9 or FT8, 10 over S9, or 10 for S signal to noise ratio, then you can make a single sideband contact with that person. Well, I want to talk more about it. Don't worry. I'll explain it. But I need your help, guys. So if you're on Whisper, go ahead and be receiving on 20 meters now for Whisper, because I'm going to start transmitting there right now. So go ahead and do that, because we're going to need all those data elements we can get. All right. Enjoy the memes. We'll get started shortly. All right. How's it going, everybody? Thanks for clicking on the live stream here and hanging out with us. So, for a while now, I've used Whisper on my videos when I'm testing an antenna, because Whisper's really good at visualizing how an antenna performs. But so many people have commented on that. Well, what am I going to do with that? Just because it got a whole lot of dots on the map, that doesn't mean I'm going to be able to make contacts with people. And yes, that is what we're going to test today. So I'm transmitting, or I should be here shortly. Whisper takes a little while to transmit. Where are we at on the Whispers? Let me see where we're at now. Any second, guys, any second. In fact, I'll just go ahead and show you my screen. So I'm set up on Whisper. I have Grid Tracker running, but we don't need that for what we're going to be doing. And so Whisper is a part of WSJTX. It's an application, a suite of different modes. I'm going to transmit a beacon. That beacon, if you are watching, I need you to do this. Make sure that you are clicking this upload spots. Check that box and go a step further. Go into File and Settings, and then under Reporting, make sure that you have Enable PSK Reporting Spotting turned on, right? Because I'm transmitting. I'm transmitting right now. So what we're going to look for is the results from this. We're going to take a look at how well my station is getting out on the digital level. And then we're going to do this another way when we get to it. We've first got to take a couple of samples. So I'm going to transmit a couple of times on 20 meters. So everybody listen, because I need you to be able to tell me not only what the signal strength was of my audio signal, those that can hear me, but I will know that you heard me on Whisper, because I'll be able to search your call sign. See where I'm going with this one? This one's going to be a good one. So this is just laying down the foundation, right? So everybody on Whisper, I need you to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so we're going to leave this alone for a second as we download, because I'm going to show you what you need to do if you want to get on Whisper. So this is what my plots look like this afternoon on 10 meters. I was getting out there. You can see over here. Look at this. I was getting into all around Europe. Look at this. Crazy, right? So this is what Whisper is showing me. But that just says, well, it looks good on the website. But am I able to get a voice contact there? Because that's really what I want. So Whisper's good at telling you where your antenna can get you, right? But things like power behind your station, and other things like that would be what would prevent you at that point from being able to get in there. And, of course, the receiving station that picked you up, right? Because Whisper's really easy to pick up with very cheap, inexpensive antennas, but it's not so great necessarily for single sideband, right? So, okay, how this whole thing start? So I'm going to drop the link in the video description for everybody to go download Whisper or WSJTX. You want to download whichever operating system you have, right? That's the first thing you got to do. I'm going to run this a couple of times. I'm going to run Whisper for probably, 10 or 20 minutes or so. So if you don't have this set up, go ahead and do it now, because more sample size is much, much better. That's what we're looking for. But again, we're going to flip this, and I'm going to start calling CQ on single sideband on 20 meters, and I want to see, well, we're going to try and find a frequency, but yes, there's a contest going on. So this might be a little difficult. I did expect some possible difficulties, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, now what would be great is if the folks that hear me on Whisper is tuned to the same frequency I'm transmitting on single sideband, and they gave me an S reading or a reading of no copy. And you can tell me that in the chat. You don't necessarily have to make a contact with me, although I will be doing that. So I'll take your call sign, and I'll show you how to download your Whisper results to a spreadsheet as well. So that's kind of the point of this, is let's take this, let's full path it, right? Because great, Whisper, a lot of fun. FT8, a lot of fun. for a little while. And then a lot of people want to utilize that to figure out how their single sideband would work, how far they could get into that map, if you will, via single sideband. Okay, so hopefully you're downloading Whisper. Again, these were my spots today, and I will show you what it looks like on the database. So this is literally the database reporting of when I searched for myself. It was 398 spots, and you can sort this. And what I do, unfortunately, Whisper's website is not necessarily the best for this. If you go down to the bottom and you go to link to old database and you click on that, this is the old database. It's literally the same thing, just a different view. And I just grab, I do 999, and I put in my call sign, KI6NAZ, hit go. And so these are all the records. And I just literally select and copy them, copy-paste into a spreadsheet. That's what I do. So there's Sean. Already we're getting an example, AI7EQ. Now, Sean, make sure you have upload results. Hold on. Don't tell me yet, guys. Hold on. We're not there yet. Don't tell me, because if you have upload selected, you'll show up in this page. See, I'll already have you. The next step is I'm going to take this and I'm going to start calling CQ, and all those people that can hear me, like Sean, for example, plus 15, I need you to tell me what my S reading is. So my S9, my S5, and I will append that to your record in this spreadsheet, and then we'll get a better idea. So we're linking things up, right? We're going to link up the Whisper report to the single sideband report. And where's all this coming from? Well, I'll show you. Let me go over here, back this up a little bit. There it is. So there's this page, and I'll drop the link for this as well. This is a really cool little page that kind of breaks down the useful information on signal to noise ratio for digital modes. And it talks about Whisper and FT8 and all that stuff. But if you scroll down, there's a really cool table here, and it's saying that for single sideband voice, needed signal to noise ratio in 2500 hertz is plus 10 dB. Now, I'm plus 16 to Sean, or was it plus 15? So that should be a copy on single sideband. But we're going to test it, right? Because I want to see how low we can go. I want to know if people are copying me, my voice, like a copy, something that you can actually copy in a contact. I want to know if you can hear me at something below 10 dB. And we're going to try and track that, right? So that's the goal. That's the goal. All right. So let's go back to WSJTX so I can show you exactly how to set it up for those that have never used it before. So under WSJTX, here's the application right here, right? You're going to open it up for the first time. You're going to go to File. You're going to go to Settings. Here's your settings page. It'll start you out on General. Make sure you put in your call sign, but you don't really need to in this case because you're just going to be doing receiving. Now, you don't need a radio setup for this, but you do need some kind of an audio interface. A radio setup for receive is going to be valuable. I'll just cover this briefly. You can go through radio and you can change the actual radio settings that you have here. So like for an ICOM 7300, you want to be at 19,200 baud rate. You want 8 for data bits. Stop bits is 1, and then just leave everything else default. On the other side, you want data packets. You want split being fake it or rig, and then you test the cat control. But you don't need cat control because there's no transmitting here. What you do need, though, the most important thing, is you need to make sure you have an audio input set. And so that could be your USB connection from your radio. You just want to make sure you're pointing the app to it. And if you did that correctly, you should see a waterfall, like right there. See that waterfall? That's all Whisper data that people are throwing down right now. So back in the settings, that's how you know you did it right. Back in the settings, though, you go to Reporting tab, and under Reporting tab, this Enable PSK Reporter Spotting. Make sure that's selected because that's going to upload what you heard and your call sign to PSK Reporter, which will get picked up by Whisper. It'll get distributed all over the place. And then you also need to check this box. If you don't have this box that says Upload Spots, it'll be yellow. So make sure you select that. And then you just listen. You just sit. And you're going to look for my call sign to be right in there. But you don't have to do anything. It's just cool that you can see me. Because if you can see me and what my SNR is, which should be right there, dB. It's not SNR, it's dB. Then hang on to that number because you'll hear me now or a little while on single sideband. Right? Right? Makes sense? Bop, bop, bop. Hopefully everybody copies. It's a good time now to ask questions if you don't understand it because I'm literally going to depend on you to make this work. So let me go back a step, though. I needed to get you guys all started on the assignment. Now I can go back and say, hey, if you want to help support the channel, go to hamtactical.com. Pick yourself up some of our great merch that we have going on. We got a lot of fun stuff. Jokes that have persisted over the God, 8 years. Is it 8 years? 5, 6, 7 or 8 years now doing the ham radio crash course. Amazing. So appreciate all the support. Thanks for checking that out. It's pretty much last call on the HRCC 2025 Silverwood Lake campout. I think we're pretty much all full up. It's a limited number of people that we can adequately cover for spaces to set up tents or campers, and of course have enough food because we do cater the dinners, and we do wine and cheese, charcuterie, all that fun stuff, and then birthday cake for me. Birthday cake's just for me, though. Nobody gets. I'm just kidding. We all get some. Of course, it's at Silverwood Lake, which we were at last year. So if some of you watched the live stream, it was a fantastic time. It's a POTA, so you can POTA all weekend. You can POTA the morning cycle, the late shift cycle, the whole 9 yards, all the time. Get all that POTAs in, and you can see all those mountains in the background. Well, there's a lot of soda summits out there as well, and we're gonna have a lot of soda people out too. So make sure you join us. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I do a giveaway. And I give away a lot of stuff. Let me just say that. Most of my giveaways of the year I do at this campout rather than like on my YouTubes, but we'll be doing some on YouTube as well. So there you go. Let me go back here. Let me go back. Yeah, so what's the origin of all this? Where'd this come up? It's a really good question that came up from the HOA Ham. He reached out to me, and we were having a little DM chat, and he's like, hey, I've heard you say something about, like, you need negative 10 dB or 10 dB to make a single sideband contact if it was a station on FT8 or Whisper. And I said to him, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I've said 10 or negative 10. I don't know where that came from. And then I started Googling, and I found that blog that I had seen a long time ago. And so I'm thinking to myself, well, let's test it. Let's see how this works out. So thanks to the HOA Ham, I'll drop a link for his channel as well. By the way, he has really good antenna videos for those that need a more clandestine radio, living behind the enemy lines in the HOA. So what do we need here? That was my 10-meter records before. I'm going to transmit one more time on 20, and I'm going to see how we're coming out. Let's see. We got not yet for transmitting. And then we are going to pull the numbers. Any tips for right now for you? You just need audio. You just need audio in. So just however, so you need a DE19 or a CE19 interface or a digi-rig to connect to your computer, or a USB sound card would be fine. And you just need the audio in. So you take the audio out of the radio into the microphone jack on a USB sound card or directly into a laptop or computer, as you're just looking for audio in. We don't need anything else for what we're doing today. We're just going to make sure that records get updated, my records, and I'll see that here shortly. All right. So just for the fun of it, let's go back to the Whisper website, and we're going to take a look at how I'm getting out. So here's my map. Let me pull that up for y'all. Here's the map. And I'm going to change the band to 20 meters. Oh, we're not past it. There it is. And I want the time period to just be an hour. Mode is with all of them. Just leave it alone. And then hit update. Holy smokes. This Toma 1564 guy can hear like everything. So that was me. Now, yes, I did leave this at 100 watts, but Whisper does duck that down by reducing the audio output of the drive. But I think we were probably still putting out like 40 watts. So that's a lot, but I kind of want it to be a little bit larger map so that we get a little bit more people in the sample size. Because we're going to take your heard dB from Whisper, and we're going to compare it to what you heard me in my my S reading. Should be the same. It should match. They should correlate, I guess is what I'm saying, if we get a couple of records. Let's see. You think I could just... Yes, you can absolutely just use a receive SDR. That would be fine if you have an appropriate antenna. Yeah. So yeah, DP0 POL. I'll take that. Oh, did we transmit successfully? What just happened? Let me go back there. I don't know what happened. Transmit now. Uh-oh. Come on now, dog. All right, there we go. Don't know what that was about. We transmit. So we are going through a transmit cycle again. We got about 56 of 120 seconds. So it is a long transmission cycle. It does take you a while to get through it. Just keep that in mind. And I am, at, yep. So the 37 dB at 5 watts, that's controlled via the audio output. At least that's the setting that you leave. So I don't touch that. I just leave that stock, or default, if you will. We're going to wait for this to finish, then we'll wait a couple of minutes for the internet to catch up. Because, again, remember, got to make sure this upload spots thing is selected. Make sure that upload spots is selected. Very important. Because once those get uploaded, we'll see it on the database. I will download all of that, or copy it, basically. And then we'll start calling CQ once I can find a frequency. Make sure you guys all know where I'm going to be. I'll start calling a frequency. And I'll try to work contacts, but make sure in the chat you put your call sign, and your call sign is important if you heard me on Whisper. If you heard me on Whisper, your call sign is important, and your S meter reading. Because then I will take that and I'll upload the document. Did I kill WhisperNet? Are you serious? I hope not. How many people are watching me right now? Oh, 3. Yeah, that's honestly more than I expected, because this is some heavy nerd stuff. We're doing a little experimenting. So appreciate you guys all into the ride on some of this experimentation stuff, because I need you to make this work. Go look up what it stands for. Weak signal propagation report. It's not that we're doing an antenna test. We're doing a comparison of signal relationship to single sideband. And if I only use low power, then turning that low power around and doing single sideband on it, nobody would hear me. So I'm increasing the sample size by using higher power. That's the point. Oh, we broke WhisperNet. Did we really? Because that's not going to work. I kind of need that. All right, we just finished the transmission cycle. Let's give it a minute. Negative. See that this is now, Tom. I want to see if you can hear me on single sideband. That's perfect, because I'm curious between 10 and negative 10 who can hear me on single sideband. That's a big one for me. You too? Yeah. KQ4 LMY. Make sure you're uploading those records, because I want to see if you can hear me on single sideband. 100 watts, only 100 watts. That's what we're gonna aim for. Yeah, that's good. I have a feeling that, well, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. Well, I haven't. So hold on, Dave. Hold on. We're not there yet. Just make sure you got all the records uploading. Click the button. And then once I start calling CQ, I'll let you know the frequency. Don't worry. I want you in the chat to say call sign and the S meter reading off your radio. So this is, I need a true S reading. I don't just need an S9. I don't need you're at S9 OM, right? That's not how this is going to work. It won't work. So, oh, there you go. Wow, 37. That's crazy. No way. All right. So let's do a refresh here. So let me go back and I'll show you how we're going to pull the data. Let's do a refresh on the map and see if we picked up any more. It looks like we definitely picked up more in the heart of the U.S. here. And just for reference, I'm not using my beam right now. I am not. I'm using a wire antenna. So I put up a remote tuner, wire and tune, or I guess it could work on anything. Chameleon now has a legal limit remote tuner, and so I hooked this up to a 50-foot mast, and I've got a long wire, about 65 feet to 70 feet. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the full 100 feet that I wanted, but that wire runs up to the apex, comes back down to this guy, and it like, oh yeah, why is my grid over there? Okay, grid doesn't matter. Just know that I'm at where I'm at. Anyway, don't know what that's about, because I'm transmitting on DM03, right? Yeah. Okay, doesn't matter. All right. So that's what I'm pulling from. So all right, let's go ahead and get the data. So to do that, you go up to the database here. I'm gonna click on database, and I'm gonna say KI6NAZ. I only want the 20 meter band. I don't need the last 24 hours, so just say 12 hours. Just 20 meters. Oh, hey, Jason Lockwood, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate that. That's super nice of you. Thanks, man. I really do appreciate that. I do have the count set to 999, and let's update. 373 spots, so a lot. Let's just grab those. So it's really I'm literally brute forcing it. I don't have a scraper or anything set up. And then I'm just gonna copy that, and I've got me a spreadsheet set up here, just Google Forms or Google Sheets. And now what I don't need the megahertz. Well, I'll just leave it in there for reference. I don't need my drift. I don't need my grid. I don't need that. And I'm gonna drop the. Let's see, what else don't I need? And I don't need mode. All right, so now we should see a record, and now I want to hear S reading. S meter reading. So this, if you're in the chat, right? So let's say, for example, K9DIXX. So if I search for K9DIXX, if I search for you, oh, nope, I don't see you. You're not in there. K9DIXX, not in there. How about KJ4OOR? KJ4OOR. You're there, and you got me at -14 right there. You can see them, right? So when I start calling CQ, if you can hear me, I need to hear back what my signal report is, meaning, S1, right? I don't need 5959. I just need the S reading, just the meter reading. You can give me that over the air if you can do that, but most likely some of you, it's probably just faster just to type it into chat, and that way I can search for you and I can add you while we do that. So all right, let me go back here. And we need to get off of the whispers, so I'm going to bring up my fantastic little app called Slice Master. We're going to turn that off. Okay, that's interesting. Get him out of there. Okay, we're going to take back audio. What kind of madness do we have on? Oh my God. Imagine trying to find a space to key up here. Where do we want to go? Maybe we can try and hide in the up. Nope, we're not hiding in the upper spaces. Maybe the extra. Oh, the extra portion, Don. You nailed it because you only need to hear me. You got it, buddy. Oh, look at that. They're all the way down in the extra portion too. Wow, that's crazy. All right, so I think that looks pretty clear. Let's see where we're at. I gotta do a quick tune on this thing. Perfect, we're there. Kilo India 6. Oop, got Dax on. There we go. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu, doing a whisper experiment, converting whisper to single sideband. Repeating my call, Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. All folks that can hear me, Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Send me your feedback, call sign, and signal report, please. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. AE7EQ heard me.
Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu, Alpha India 7, Echo, Quebec.
Alpha India, come back again, please.
Yeah, Josh, Alpha India 7.
Hello on your uncle's day,
Alpha India 7 EQ, was it?
Roger, roger.
All right, he was 5'7". Or, sorry, 5'8". Copy the 5'8". I'm realizing this is harder to do than I thought about because I'm trying to do two things at once. So, okay. Thank you for that. This is Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu doing a whisper test on signal strength. Anybody listening, copy. What is my signal report?
Kilo 5 Yankee Alpha Charlie.
Kilo 5 Yankee Alpha Charlie. What do you got me at there? Kilo 5 Yankee Alpha Charlie, was it? Come back.
Roger, roger, you've got it. K5YAC, you're a solid S7, 5-7 into Tulsa, Oklahoma tonight, Josh.
That's perfect. That's perfect. All right, 1 second. I'm going to move the spreadsheet here into the chat. So thanks for the feedback. Appreciate it.
7-3.
All right, hold on. I got to get the. Oh, I got a friend. Hello, friend. Hello. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu doing a whisper to single sideband test. Anybody that can copy me, come back with my signal report, please. Okay, I see everybody in the chat with your answers. We will get those. We'll pen those. Don't worry. Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu. Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu doing a whisper to single sideband test. If you copied me on whisper and you're hearing me now, please reply with my signal report. Thank you. Some folks with the high noise floor. Yeah. And it's possible that people are calling me right now, but I have a high noise floor as well, so I'm not hearing them, right? So that's one. I don't know if that's calling me. Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu doing a whisper to single sideband test. Whisper to single sideband test. Anybody hearing my voice, come on back with my signal report, please. Well, we got through that quicker than I thought, and we got a ton of to catch up with in So Tortoise Overland, make sure that you are providing your call sign. I need that. So reply back. So everybody who heard me on single sideband and also heard me on whisper, in the chat, make sure you put your call sign and what you heard me at. 5.9, 5.8, S8's fine. That's fine too. Whatever you got, whatever you heard me at, post it in the chat if you didn't already. I'm hearing a Sierra. Are you there? I didn't get the prefix. He's not in the list. Oh. Is that a Kilo 4 X-ray Sierra? Did I get that correct? All right. Thank you for the feedback there. I'll try and add you in. I don't have you on the whisper side though, so appreciate it. 7-3. All right. So let me catch up on the spreadsheet here. So I got in the chat. Oh, we got a number of people. Copy. All right, so starting at the top here. Signal Farmer, K1 RTO, let's find you. K1 RTO says I am a S3. I should have made just S3 instead of putting 5.7 in there. That's a better way to do it. Nothing in Tucson. So, you know what? might as well. Thanks for being in there. Let me see. Oh, well, no, you wouldn't be in there because you didn't hear me, of course. Lol, I get like S5. Okay. Looks like 3-3 from from K0 WAV. Nice. You're in there. Now S3 is not fantastic, but that's workable in some cases. And let's see. KK. KK7VUB, you did not copy me on Whisper, but you gave me a S8. So that's good. Don't know. We'd have to redo it, but I'm not going to add more records to this because we kind of already locked in. We might add 40 though, so hang on to that. 4 dB noise floor. Okay, that does not help me. Noise floor. Yep. 5.9 on YouTube. Thank you. S2 in Massachusetts. Okay, that's good. So let's go N3MFL. Yeah, buddy. S2. S2. I know how words work. Let's see. Oh, my thing just jumped. Okay, for nice signal. 5.7 in the clear if you ignore the our friend. He's not got much else to do with his life, so he has to spend it doing things like that. Got you the 5.7. Appreciate that. Hear you just about a 4.4 from K9IXX. Okay. KD9IXX. Let's see. Well, in this case, it's not really about extra, right? It's about it's about just hearing me because I'm not really making contacts right now. But I appreciate it. I appreciate you listening. You can listen down there as an extra or as a general. You can listen down there as a technician. Maybe I should do the signal report with the whisper guy or the whistle guy. Maybe have him do whisper and then just have him whistle. Most close noise for maybe S5, lots of QRM from KQ4 NWC. KQ4 NWC. Good. Oh, we got a decent amount. S5. This is kind of not bad so far. So let me make sure I copy the rest of these. We might do this on 40. What time we got? We're halfway through. We might do this for 40 as well. No copy or noise for S5. Thank you, thank you. Updated 5.9 plus 10. Huh. Hearing now, but below noise. S8. So I'll take the S. No, I can't say S8 because that's your noise floor, unfortunately. Yeah, that's the problem with the high noise floor is you can't really tell me what my signal report is, right? That's the fundamental problem with the high noise floor. No way, I'll take it. Mr. Incon phone photo. Make sure you give me your call sign, buddy. K0 wave. I think we got K0 wave, right? Yeah, we did. KK7 VB, don't hope to catch you on 10 meter only attack. I was on 10 earlier today. Sorry, we got kind of we couldn't do a lot because of the contest. Yeah, all the listening you can listen to all this without any of that. Okay, so why don't we jump to 40 and do the same thing on 40? So everybody flip over to 40. Now that you're watching, hopefully you have Whisper up and running. Maybe a little bit better. We're gonna go over to 40 right now. Am I on Vox? No. I'm not on Vox. Oh, so well, let's see. Nope. All right, I'm going to bring back Pi Master, and let's go ahead and bring up WSJTX again. Or Slice Master, I should say. And we're going to go to 40. I'm not transmitting on 20. I think I'd get myself in trouble if I just had Vox on. I don't leave that on normally. So my 10 is tuning up, and I'm grabbing another beer. That's how that's going to work right now. That is possible. That is exactly possible. Yeah, that's. I'm assuming it's our friend. It's our friend. All right. On 40 here, I'm going to again make sure we are in whisper mode. So make sure your mode is selected. You got to be on whisper, right? Otherwise, it's not going to work. I'm going to upload spots because I do that when I'm monitoring. And I'm going to slide. I usually slide off the frequency some, so I go up to 1550 hertz. And let's tune up this bad boy because I got to make sure it's. This is a tuner. It's a tuned wire, and even though it remembers frequencies, you should still check it. Ah, see, yeah. Look at the high SWR. Watch what happens here. It should. There we go. So it's going to start coming down. And right there. That's good enough for what we're going to do. All right. Let's go back out here and get back our. We'll go next. Transmit next. So when you are on whisper, it's upper sideband for listening. When you are transmitting, it's lower sideband. All right, we're waiting for that signal. Pretty soon here, we're going to be transmitting. 10 seconds. There we go. We are transmitting. Good. We'll let it do its thing. Hey, Rod. Appreciate you watching. Yeah, there's a guy who's been messing with a couple of streamers, people that use the radio on the air or on YouTube. He's been whistling and doing other fun stuff. So, a real cool guy. Got nothing better to do on a Saturday. Yeah, there's a lot of activity on all the bands currently. While this is doing its thing, I'm going to remind everybody that we're going to have our Discord after chat where you can ask whatever ham radio question you want. That's the whole idea, is whether it's complicated or super simple. We generally aim to try and get people on the air, so newer hams are welcome. In fact, we take a whole chunk of the beginning of the time to just help out newcomers. That's our whole goal. So our focus is to help you out, so make sure you come join us. We would appreciate it. Link is in the video description to the Discord. Our Discord is the way to get the easiest feedback because we can talk to you directly in chat, but we do it over YouTube too. Just keep in mind that that is the preferred method if you can join us over there. So I'm gonna transmit twice just to give everybody enough time to find the whisper thing. So switch over to 40 meters if you haven't. Make sure your mode is set to whisper, and then just make sure you have upload spot selected, right? Everything I showed you earlier, make sure you got enough time now to go ahead and do that. We're going to transmit back to back, and then we're going to do a couple of quick calls, and we'll see what you guys can get me at. So far, though, we got some pretty good feedback, and I'll dump it in the. I got to dump it in the website or the spreadsheet as well. So not bad, not bad. I'm going to go ahead and just click that transmit next again. Sorry, Flex Radio. Josh, I don't know that you're supposed to do that with your flex radio. Yeah, well, here we go. Is a sad. Maybe he can whistle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was welcome. Maybe we can help him out. I don't know. We help at the ham radio technical level, but we also help at the personal level. If you need some tactics to deal with your life, to find new meaningful ways of enjoying yourself, feel free. You join us. We'll help you out. Oh yeah, in San Jose. All right, I like it. Now, 40 meters is going to bring me in a lot tighter, right? Because well, we are grade line, so no, we're past. I don't know. I'm not ready for that complex math. Can I add my gray line to grid tracker? I forgot how to do that. That's the moon. That's the toggle for the time zone. I'm sure I could figure it. Oh, it's because I'm on the azimuthal map. Not bad, not bad. +8 and so the closer in guys are going to hear me really well on 40. It's the East Coast that's not going to hear me. Alabama though, I'll take that. Right on. Yeah, as long as you guys have upload selected. In fact, why don't we take a peek at it? Hopefully I'm transmitting. Am I transmitting now? Not yet. Looks like we got a couple of seconds. So while it's doing its thing, I'm going to go back to the map here. Where's my maps? Okay. Now, so this map was for 20 meters. So we're going to switch that over. It's just as simple as changing this to 20 meters or to 40. I didn't mean 20. I meant 40. And yeah, so if we hit update, probably going to see less. Yeah, saw less. Wow, where? India? Thailand? And then 4H, I think your grid square might be wrong. just a shout out to NN4H. It says you're in no, it says you're in Bangkok. Maybe you're in Bangkok. I don't know, bud. Maybe you're having the time of your life. I don't know what's going on. That's wild. Getting to Chile though, that's awesome too. So yeah, that's actually a pretty good little sample size as well. Again, what's the point of Whisper? We're showing off, like, you're seeing how your antenna's performing. But Whisper here's so far down in the noise that we don't really know, like, how effective is this at single sideband. Well, we already got a lot of people on 20 meters that heard me. So we're going to add 40, and then we're going to look at the results, and we're going to see, like, how far away were the stations that picked me up. Now, this is not scientific. I mean, I guess it's an experiment. We're definitely doing an experiment. But you'd need a much larger sample size to really get a fleshed out idea of how well you're performing. And it would require a lot of human interaction because, again, this is single sideband. So hopefully we are transmitting right now. We are definitely transmitting. Okay. Right now, I am just on 40 meters Whisper. I'm transmitting on Whisper. We need Whisper to be the first thing. Whisper needs to be the first thing. Yeah, there's a dude out there with a pretty strong station that's been hassling people on the air. Now, reminder, I am using the Chameleon tuner here into a long wire. So I am more omnidirectional than on my Yagi, and I wanted that on purpose. I wanted to have an omnidirectional antenna. So this is about as omnidirectional as I'm going to get in the property I'm at. So, so far, liking that, that'll take a full legal limit, which is insane. I haven't pushed it, but it's on my list to try. So okay, I think we oh, even grid tracker's doing a little bit of work there. So thanks everybody for turning your grid tracker on because I'm seeing myself getting all the way to the East Coast. But let's see, at what did they pick me up at? -13, 16, -16. Yeah, -17. So those are likely not single sideband copyable signal to noise ratios. So okay. Let's hop off of that. What's the best way to do that? Let's go ahead and just kill WSJTX. All right, let's pull the database because we need the database to make this work. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna go to 40 meter, and hopefully that was enough time for everybody to upload their reports. Looks like we got a number in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just copy. Now I'm just copying the data values. I don't want the top text to the top row. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's way better than I expected. So thanks. I'm glad we went to a second round because it sounds like we picked up a lot of folks. So I'm just going to go to the bot. Oh, that's not going to work. Well, I'm glad I didn't just paste. That would have been a problem. So let's just make a new spreadsheet. And we're going to say 40 whisper. I might... Come on, dog. I might go back and unify these two. But come on. I'm literally clicking down here. Oh, now I do need the columns. Jesus. Literally what we do in software development is just moving data around. Sometimes we physically move it. Sometimes the software moves it for us. And there we go. Okay. So that's my call. Yep, that's me. So I need the signal to noise ratio. The frequency is going to be important. I don't need my grid, but I'm going to leave it. dBm I do not need. I do not need that. Location's fine. I'm going to leave miles in there for now, and I don't need the mode inversion. So let's go ahead and delete those. And we're going to say SSB report, like so. And okay, let's go back to the display here. Get rid of PySlice and bring up my wabs. Where's my webs? There we go. Okay, let's find a spot. Where do we want to be? That's definitely too low. Oh, wow. We got so many people right now. It's crazy how many people are on the air right now. Obviously, we've got a contest, but take a look at the full. It's almost like the Matrix out here. That's crazy. I saw that. I was going to join the net, but it was too busy. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Oh. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Oh, that's not going to be good. Hold on. Let's tune that. Yes, I do. So this is going to be hard for me to copy. It's going to be hard for me to copy because I have a high noise floor in 40 meters. So just apologize if I don't hear you. It's not because... Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu doing a whisper to single sideband test. Whisper to single sideband test. Anybody who can copy me, what is my signal report? I got a Kilo Echo 8 Sierra something. Kilo Echo 8 Zulu Oscar Bravo. I do have you in the whisper report, so thank you for filling that out because that makes this a little bit easier. But it's going to be really hard for me to get your signal report on the single sideband side. So if you could put it in the chat, that'd be appreciated. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. If you're hearing me and watching the live stream, we're doing a single sideband to whisper and whisper to single sideband audio test for comparison of signal quality on SNR from whisper to single sideband on voice. So if you're hearing me, note the signal strength and tell me in the chat. Appreciate it. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu.
Alpha India 7 Echo, Quebec.
Alpha India 7 Quebec, come back.
Alpha India 7 Echo, Quebec. You're 5-9 here in Central Oregon.
Right on. All right. Well, thank you for the 5-9. Yeah, you're a good copy here, too. I didn't get your exact signal report. Sorry, I wasn't making contacts out here, but I appreciate the feedback. Why don't you come back one more time, and I'll give you an honest report.
Oh, not a problem. I muted the TV, so hopefully I don't have any audio looping, and we're not hearing you live on 40 meters like we were on 20 meters.
So, yeah, you're peaking over S9. You're not getting to 10 over, but you're coming in pretty well. That's the true report there. So I appreciate the help there. KI6NAZ.
All right, thanks. 7-3. EI7EQ.
All right, so we got one, and it looks like we got others in chat. So make sure you're putting them in chat as well. Noise filtering, boy howdy, I got to talk about that in the future. Let's just say that I'm working with Flex. I have a bit of a problem. Noise NR, when I turn it on, it kills the audio chain. Everything else is working, but I get no receive audio. It's gone when I click it on. After I transmit. It's after I transmit on 40 meters. I don't know why. Don't know why. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Oh, I'm slightly off frequency. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. If you're hearing me whisper to single sideband test, please tell me the signal strength report in the YouTube chat. Thank you. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. I'm not hearing the other station. Are you guys? I mean, there's QRM all over the country. And it's possible you're just not hearing me on the East Coast either. No, I like NR a lot on the Flex. Okay, Don.
Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu, November 6 Kilo Echo November. Any copy?
Yes, it was at Kilo Echo November was the suffix. What's the call? Full call?
Roger. November 6 Kilo Echo November and 6 KEN. And I'm up here.
Copy that. Where you followed me on the whisper side, what was the signal strength there?
Negative. I just joined your live stream just a little bit ago.
Hey, copy that. You're an S9 to me. Where are you located?
Sacramento.
Oh. Yeah, we could carry a conversation on easy on 40 meters. You're a strong copy. Sound good too, even though 40 is a bit dirty for me tonight. But appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to connect whisper reports to single sideband signal strength. So that's been the primary goal here, is to try and line those up with people who have reports in. So if you didn't hear me on whisper, it's hard for me to line those up with you. But I appreciate you coming back. Thanks for giving me the feedback. 7-3.
Yeah, Roger. All right, 7-3, Josh. I'll look for you on the next whisper pod.
Right on, man. Very cool. All right, so I'm guessing that there's nobody else hearing me, and I expected that because 40 is just going to be a shorter band. So let me go ahead and bring the web back in here, and we need to pull the records from the chat. I think we got, let's see. Someone's really overmodulating. Yep, like radar, loud noise, loud QRM. S8 in Phoenix. Tom G, make sure you put your call sign in, buddy. I need your call sign. Jason Lockwood, I need your call sign. If you were copying me on Whisper, I need your call sign. About everybody with you got to give me your call sign so I can line it up to your Whisper report. So again, if you heard me on Whisper, when we did the 40-meter Whisper, and you heard me on single sideband, I need you to make sure you put your call sign and your signal report in there. So there you go. We got one. And also thank you, AI7EQ. Jarrett is WX0. That should be an easy one. WX0. Uh-oh. You didn't hear me on Whisper, though. I don't have you on Whisper, so I can't add you to your record. Oh, no, Mr. Bill. S3 in Texas, WV5G. All right, let's see. WV5G. Nope. Find WV5G. WV5G on... Oh, it looks like we got you twice. Excellent. So we'll put you down for S3. Thank you very much for that. K4CRS. Excellent, excellent. He's got S5. We'll do a little look-see at the numbers too. W6BAZ, nothing heard in California. QRM is off the... Yeah, I mean, 40's pretty bad right now, but... Well, it's bad for me, but yeah. S9. I'm not on Whisper, though. Oh, not Rick. Oh, buddy, I needed that. I needed that report. That is the best NR ever. Yeah, tell me how to turn that off. I'd love to fix it. You be crazy. You be crazy. It's good, but it's too watery for me. I feel like I'm going on an undersea adventure. I knew, Don, you were going to say that. I knew Don was just going to say, well, it's all about the Thetis and the Anon for the best noise. I knew that was why Don said that. I was trying not to take the bait, but I did. I can hear Josh just below the noise, which means he's probably fairly strong. Okay, so K5 Yak. I'm going to see if you're in there. Let's see. K5 Yacky boy. I'm in a -1. Interesting. So I'm gonna duck myself. Again, we're just playing. This is not real. I'm gonna just say I'm an S. Yeah, I'm an S89. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm in Europe. Yeah, I'm not making it to Europe. 20 dB over 9 here. Reggie, where are you at, bud? 5.8 in Phoenix. Love it. All right, let's find the next one. Here we go. KD7. SSC. Oh, but we just talked. That's the same one we talked earlier. If you heard me on Whisper and you heard me on voice, not hearing single sideband. Oh, 7? Bummer. We had you on the 20, but not on the 40, huh? Yeah, and that's a really good point. They're talking in the chat about relative noise. So noise floor can vary significantly between bands. So. Oh, I've got AM. Oh, okay. Well, let's slide down. It's fine. Hold on. What if I go up? What about 275? Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? 7.275. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu, doing a whisper to single sideband. Whisper to single sideband test for audio quality. Comparison to Whisper. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Okay, that helped. We got one. 5.5. Oh, there's my digital boy. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. This is a whisper to single sideband test. Whisper to single sideband test. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. He's back. I love that he's got his wife yelling at him in the background. He's whistling. You could just put a CW key in, my guy. But instead, you're going to try and whistle with your wife yelling at you in the background. Yeah, get him out of here, lady. Get him out of here. That is the funniest. I love it. And now he's retransmitting me. Okay, so now I will mute myself. But we got one out of that, so that's excellent. Have your wife take you out of here, bud. That was funny. All right, W6BAZ had S5. I love it. I love it. And you guys heard me even more. That's cool. S9 noise floor, but I can hear you 5.9. S9 noise floor, but I can hear you 5.5? So the problem is you can't really, because your noise floor is obscuring my actual signal report. That's just the reality of 40. It's okay. I expected that. Let's see. S5 on 7. Oh, excellent. Okay, so we picked up some more. Did I get V? Oh, yes, I got V5. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I did. I got Jody. Whoa, no way, Jody. See, this is gonna be some interesting details here. I can't wait to talk about this. Jody, you had me at a -13 on Whisper, but you copied me on single sideband at a -5. That is a staggering data point. I didn't expect that. I thought we wouldn't go beyond -10. That's impressive. Wow. I am so glad that we were able to stick through some of that because, oh boy. Oh, that might have been his mom too. I don't know. P. Quimby, you got to put your call sign in, buddy. Also, go. Yeah, no, I want it. I want it. I need to know what your call. You got to give me a call sign in the chat. Remember, you're on Discord, which it's not going to have your call sign. KB5 UTY. Oh, I guess it's better than UTI, right? All right, -15 as well. S5. Hey, so you're saying you could get better? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. We got to crumb the data. Hold on. I don't want to get sidetracked here. 2 over S5 noise floor. No, I know there's a lot of noise. Yeah. Hey, had you 33 on 20. Now I can put in chat. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Ah, there he is. Okay. On 20. Okay. Let me go back here on 20. So on 20, you're saying KE8. All right. Zob. We got the Zob in the house. All right. I was a S3. Interesting. This is fascinating. Drop to SV on 40, S5 on 20. Yeah. So that's reasonable. There we go. Thank you, buddy. WQ9N. All right. WQ. Oh yeah, it's Paul. What's up? So it's so crazy. You're okay. Gotcha. WQ9N. Sometimes the where are you? There it is. Okay. I don't even know. I'm just gonna put S9. S9 plus. We'll just say S9 plus. In Hayward. No, it's not that far from me. I'll take that. Okay, cool. All right. So what are we going to do with this? Now we got some data here. Let's take a look at the results. Not a huge sample size. So this would have to be something you'd have to do over and over again, right? But let's take a look. So if I go here, let me add filtering to this. This is like a 3-beer problem here. And I remove blanks. So those are the results of people that we got. Okay? And I'm going to sort by SNR, SNAR, and take a look at that. So let's say the negative 15, 13, and 9 all gave an S5 signal report. That is way better than I expected. I said that you needed at least, so if you looked at your numbers on Whisper, right? So let me take this for example. This is the 20-meter one. So my SNR, let all those negative 10s. I've said that single sideband is workable on negative 10. And this is not a big sample size, but those people all heard me, and I was beyond negative 10. And they gave an S5 signal report, which is totally workable. That's promising. We haven't gone to 20 meters yet. Hold on. I'm grabbing another drink. So that's pretty cool. So what that's telling you is if you did a filter on, like, let's say negative 15. Negative 15 was the filter. In fact, we'll do that in a second. You could argue that, yeah, I could work single sideband contact with them. So how far is my signal actually, how far is my antenna allowing me to get out when my signal is, S whatever, blah, 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 right? Make sense? Is everybody copying what I'm throwing down right now? I hope so. I don't know what that is, but we definitely need to get rid of that column. You don't need to be there. Even better. I hope I'm communicating. I hope I'm providing the words to communicate this well. What I'm saying is happening here. Okay, so let's go look at 20 now. Right? So we got a lot more people on 20. So let's go ahead and add a filter. Oh, it's under the arrow. Nope, it's not under the arrow. Where's my... There it is. Okay, S meter. Remove blanks. And let's sort by highest. So interesting. My lowest signal to noise ratio that somebody actually came back to me on was negative 13. And they copied me at an S3 on the power meter. They already know where just about that person is. I'm just saying. It doesn't mean anything. Not that anybody's going to do anything, but just saying. There's multiple people that are on it. Top men, if you will. Okay. So, taking a look at this, it looks like S3 was about the highest I got when you started going beyond negative 10. That's pretty good. Does this make sense? Am I throwing down the information? You guys are understanding what I'm saying? No, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really care. In this case, we did want, like, relatively not have the signal be stepped on by somebody else. So, whatever. I don't know if that's affecting it at all, but I don't really care. We're just having fun out here, right? Because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be having fun with this stuff. And I did. I had fun. And I appreciate you all taking the time to actually, like, help me do this. That was really fun to do that. I appreciate y'all watching and making that happen as well. Right? So, what do we think? What do we think, chat? I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm waiting to hear. Everybody's quiet now. Was it good? Was it fun? Everybody who understand what I was doing, was I close to something? Okay. Cooked? All right. Either I'm cooked or we cooked. I don't know what it is. Okay, good. I would like to do more of these. So if you come up with one, hit me up at josh@hamtactical.com. Learn tons about Whisper. Oh, see, that's... So, Tom and everybody else, I'm telling you, if you already have a laptop on you, throw some Whisper beacons down, right? Throw some Whisper beacons down and do a bit of a mapping of what your signal gets out at, right? So let's go back to my map here because... let's see. On 40. Sometimes it lags a little bit. Let's see if we picked up anybody else. No, it's about the same. But that was what 40 got out at, right? So we could... So there's a whole bunch of stuff you could do with this if you were an Excel junkie like I sometimes am. You could take your total amount of people. You could then factor in how many people were above the -13 noise floor kind of thing. You could just filter on those alone and say everybody that was under this point. In fact, that's exactly what I was going to do. Let's do that. So, what was my lowest one? Where was the results? Okay, so the worst we got was -13. Okay, so if we remove the filter, so let's take the filter off. I'm gonna put the blanks back in, and I'm going to do a. I don't normally use Google. So contains is greater than formula -14. It's not greater than equal. So then if we sort by kilometer from, yeah. So at -11, at -11 SNR reading, I was picked up by VK5 ARG. So I could have made a single sideband contact with that person. -9 DP0 POL, that's Germany, I believe, could have made a contact with them at -9 signal to noise ratio, meaning that on 20, I would have been somewhere between an S3 and an S5 in power reading on their radio, assuming they have done what they need to do to keep their noise floor low, right? EA8 BFK, same person heard me twice because I transmitted twice. 6Y5, all of these stations heard me at better than -13 SNR. Again, it's a loose experiment. It's a loose experiment. It's not clinical, and we certainly don't have a high enough sample size to make some like serious claims. But that's impressive. That's impressive. So yes, you can get to a DX station with a mono band antenna with a relatively omnidirectional pattern on 100 watts. Oh, correction. DP0POL is the German Antarctic icebreaker. The polar stern. That's who picked me up on Whisper. Okay, there you go. So you can DX on 100 watts in a wire. Not going to be all the time, but there you go. There's the effectivity of all this. Okay, that's it. That was the point. We got there. Took a little bit, but we got there. All right, guys, I'm going to say a big thank you to the patrons. Maybe? Yes, I am. Josh, where is that? Well, I'll show you. Let me show you. But first, let me say a big thank you to the patrons helping support what I do. I just dropped my my newsletter yesterday, and for just the patrons, they're the only one that's seen that. My secret newsletter that only they get. Also, all my new drops and videos go to them first, as well as the Patron Picks episode, which the Patron Picks vote is happening right now. Technically, this is the first of the month. This should have been a Patron Picks, but I already had it all planned. So it's going to be next week. So Patron Picks will be next week. So if you want to become a patron and vote on what I will live stream on, you pretty much got to do that now. So that would be appreciated. Thank you so much. Where is, yeah, dude, I'll show you. I'll show you where he's at. Yeah, so there's two things I recommend in idling. If you want to idle ham radio, meaning you're not going to like actually participate, like you're not going to transmit and do all that stuff, there's two things I recommend idling. And number one, my most favorite, is idle single sideband. Not single sideband, SSTV. SSTV is so much fun. You just set up a Raspberry Pi to interface with your radio, whatever, and then just get all the SSTVs, capture all of them, and you can just go back over them like a little photo album of ridiculousness. And then the second one is run a Whisper receiver, and then just leave the transmit off. You don't need a transmit. Just go ahead and add. Yeah, it's super cool. Plus, people like compete over like who can get the most copies of signals and whatnot. It's really cool. And a huge thank you to the coffee club folks. Go check out hamtactical.coffee if you're interested in a good coffee brew. It would be appreciated. And Don almost wouldn't let me forget. If you've ever listened to my podcast and you want an ad-free version of it, joining the Discord for $1, I think it's $2 a month, will let you get an ad-free copy of that so you don't have to listen to the atrocious ads that they put on top of it. Okay, let me go back here. Somebody asked, where was that icebreaker at? All right, let me show you, and then we'll wrap things up. Okay, so I need to go back to 20 meters. What just happened? 20 meters, go. Oh, it can't be 1 hour. It's got to be 3 hours. Right there. That's where they are. That's where my antenna got. So there you go, guys. 100 watts in a wire. You can go all the way past the horn. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, that'll do it for me. Thanks, everybody, for watching. 73. I'll see you on the after chat, which is going to start real soon. All right, going to flip things over and get started in the after chat. See you there.